everybody's having a fantastic evening today. It's actually quite cold outside. I was just out earlier. There's some Christmas lighting celebrations just taking place beside us here. And yeah, like the holiday season is almost here. We're in the works for us. We're just working on preparing this fabulous holiday guide with some awesome recipes. But in the meantime, today, as every Thursday, we have our meal prep. We're currently doing the meal prep series. And for today, it's just going to be me in the kitchen. It took me a few minutes to set up here. My kitchen is quite small. I'm in a Toronto condo, so just trying to make the space up here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mirna, co-founder of thenaughtynutritionist.com, where we're all about teaching you easy tips and strategies on how to lose weight and feel amazing in your body without giving up on, obviously, all the fine foods in life. So with our meal prep series, if you watched the last couple of weeks, so we started the first week with organization. So we were showing you how to properly organize your fridge, how to set up your fridge and your pantry for success, how long you can store things for, what are the things to stock up on so that you always have healthy meals. And last week, Jenny was covering the basics of meal prep, some really, really good tips, as well as the basics of knife skills, which I should start practicing myself. And today we're starting with the real stuff. So we're going to be prepping. I have here prepared, I don't know if you can see that. So it's a bit crammed up again because it's a small kitchen, but I have prepped up 3 different breakfast ideas, which I'm going to be making today, but I'm going to be providing you with 5 ideas for breakfast that you can make in basically no time. And the reason we're starting with breakfast is because it's really, I know it's like over said and done that it's the most important meal of the day. And some people say yes, some people say no, but think of it this way. Like it's the way that you start your day. So you want to start your day right. And from there on, like you set up the sort of how your whole day is going to go. So for example, for me, another thing that I've noticed is I usually like to work out in the morning. So for any days that I don't work out in the morning, I don't end up being as productive as I want to be. So today was one of those days when I'm like, okay, it's too cold. I just want to lay in bed for a bit longer and cozy up and all of that. And then next thing I know is I woke up a bit later. I didn't go to the gym and my day was sort of all over the place. So there's something for me that starting my day with the exercise and with proper breakfast, especially breakfast, was a life changer for me. So if you're somebody that ends up at night, like in the evening, find yourself that you're eating too much maybe for dinner, you can't stop yourself, you're hungry during the day. It could be because maybe breakfast, you're not having breakfast or you're not having the right type of breakfast to keep you feeling full and to just set up that right rhythm for the day. So to get you started, I'm not going to wait any longer because I do have 3 breakfasts that are super easy that you can make in under 5 minutes the night before. So you don't even, if you're somebody that's busy and you don't have time to wake up and make your breakfast in the morning, these are ideas that you can make the night before. And then all you do in the morning is you wake up, you pick it up and you go. So the first one that we're going to make is one of my favorites. And it's overnight oats. So I'm just making it in this big jar. So obviously it's great. You can reuse all these great mason jars. This is like making a really good purpose. So this is about, I think it says 1 pint or 1 liter. So I'm making quite a big one. This one makes about 4 portions. And if you have even a bigger jar, I don't have one here, but you can always triple. So the most I've used overnight for oats for is 3 nights. So if you make one today, it could actually last you for like 3 days ahead. So you're spending 5 minutes in one evening, and then you have breakfast for like 3 days ahead. So I've just gone ahead and, just to not make things messy here on live, what I've just put in is you would need, for 2 servings, you would need about a cup of oats. I've put more here just because I want to make a little bit more with this one. So you need a cup of oats, and you need a cup of almond milk. So I have the almond milk here. Make sure that you always buy unsweetened if you're buying from the store. Okay, it looks like we're gonna need just a little bit more. So if you make your own almond milk, that is great as well. But if you're not, yeah, just make sure that you buy unsweetened, just not to have the added sugar and the almond milk, because we're going to be adding up some maple syrup to this, which is better than just having added refined sugars from the milk. So just adding a cup. I'm trying to be really careful not to mess up anything here. It is a tight space. So I'm just going to go and do this over the sink. So I'm just going to put the almond milk, right? And a great thing to add to this, just for the added protein, is some yogurt. So you can add Greek yogurt, or what I'm adding here is coconut yogurt. I love coconut yogurt. I love the flavor of it. I think it goes really well. But again, Greek yogurt is just as good, or even regular yogurt. So I've tried both, and they're both just perfect. So this adds up some protein to the mix. Here we go. So we already have our oats, we have our almond milk, we have our yogurt. And another great thing to add to this is some chia seeds. Chia seeds are amazing. They're rich in fiber, they're rich in protein, they're rich in omega-3s, all the good stuff. And they just help to bulk up, and they help to keep you more regular. And yeah, so this is just about a couple of tablespoons of chia seeds, because chia seeds hold a lot of water with them, so you don't need too much. So you just need a tablespoon or 2, and you won't even taste them. If you're somebody that doesn't like the taste of chia seeds, you won't even taste them with this combination. And then we do want to add just a bit of maple syrup, maybe a tablespoon or 2, depending on how sweet you like it. I'm just going to eyeball it here. Okay. And cinnamon. So just going to add a bit of cinnamon. Cinnamon is great for balancing blood sugar, and this is the real type of cinnamon that you want to be buying. So it's called Ceylon cinnamon, and it's real cinnamon, and it's delicious. So you want about 1/4 teaspoon of that. That's the cinnamon. I love my vanilla extract. I love anything vanilla, so this is optional. But you can totally add about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Again, I'm just eyeballing this as I go along. And the last optional thing, especially if you're working out, I like to add it if I am working out, is some protein powder. This is hemp protein. This is from our friends at Manitoba Harvest. Or I would like to add some Vega. So if you're adding protein powder that is already sweetened, just keep that in mind, because you might need a bit less maple syrup within that. So I'm just going to add this hemp protein powder. And I forgot to mention that I also put in cacao powder. That's if you want the chocolate flavor. So I'm adding that in. And the last thing that you would want to add to this, this is the thing that makes it the most delicious, is some organic peanut butter. And you can add it right now and mix it in with everything, or what the other thing you can do is you can add it the next morning. I prefer to add mine the next morning, so I'm gonna not be adding this right now, but I'm gonna be adding this tomorrow morning. So with the almond milk, I just feel like because I made a slightly bigger portion, this one needs a bit more almond milk. And you might need to, if you're doing a smaller portion, this would generally be okay. But if you're doing a bigger portion like I am right here, you might need to just stir it a bit just to get things going here, just to make sure that everything's like well incorporated, the cacao powder, the chia seeds, the oats, and everything. So just like give it a good stir and then just wrap it up, give it a good shake, and it's good to go. Like keep it in the fridge and it's good to go for 3 days. So this is it, just a few minutes and your breakfast is ready. And trust me, this is like one of the most delicious things that you can get to. And there's so many other flavors. So there are so many other things that you can do with overnight oats. You can make like a pumpkin spice variation. You can add different fruits. You can add blueberries. Blueberries are really delicious with that as well. So breakfast number 2, easy breakfast number 2 that we're going to be making today is a chocolate chia pudding. As you can see, everything is like chocolate flavor in here, of course. So with chia puddings, again, it's a great breakfast option. It's something that's going to be keeping you full for the rest of the day, and that's going to decrease those cravings as you go out throughout the day. So what I've done here is I've already, just not to mess things up, I've already put in some cacao powder and I've put in some almonds at the bottom. And this is something I love and that I grew up with. We really used to eat soaked almonds and they're delicious. There's like that milky, nice texture. So soaking the almonds with the chia pudding and then just having some of that crunchiness really adds something to the pudding itself. So I always put some almonds in. Then you'd want to add the chia seeds. So chia seeds take quite a bit of water. So I have about 1/4 cup of chia seeds, and that's going to need about 1 cup of almond milk. And I'm just gonna go over here again. So it's a 1:4. So sometimes 1:3 or 1:4 ratio. It depends also how thick you like it. I'm just gonna go and do this over the sink, not to mess things up. All right, so we're good to go. And we have the cacao powder, we have the almond milk, we have the chia seeds, we have the almonds, and next we're gonna want to be adding about a couple of tablespoons of maple syrup with that, just because it just tastes so much sweeter and nicer. And as well, I'm just gonna put some vanilla extract because I'm a big vanilla fan. And a bit of cinnamon. All right, and this one is quite a bit of fun to make. So the next step is just simply to close it up and literally like you need to shake the shit out of it, excuse my language, but this one really needs to be so well incorporated. And you can do your little dance while you do that shake. So you really need to shake it maybe for a good minute or 2 because the chia seeds, they need to be very well incorporated into this mixture. And it might look a bit liquid at first when you see it, but by tomorrow it's gonna be like a good thick chia pudding. So you'd wanna shake it maybe for about a minute, like really shake it well. And that's your breakfast number 2. So with breakfast number 3, I wanted to do something that's a bit savory. And I'm making this right now, but I'm gonna actually be having this for lunch tomorrow, just because we're 2 people in the house. So it's sometimes hard to finish so much food. So we're already set for breakfast and for snacks, maybe with the chia pudding. And the next thing is this is gonna be a nice lunch toast. So what I have here is I have full avocado and 4 eggs. And what we're gonna do is something that's a simple avocado and egg mash. So all you need to do is have the avocado sliced up, the eggs. What I like to add to this is olive oil. You can also add some mayo, or you can add, and this is a good mayo brand, just a moment to show you. So if you are buying mayo, this is a really good brand. It's Chosen Foods and it's avocado oil mayonnaise. So that's a good one to use. You can add some mustard. Instead, you can add yogurt. So Greek yogurt is another option with this, but I really love it with my olive oil. So I'm just gonna maybe about a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil. And then you just want to add some salt for obviously a taste. And this is one of my favorite things. It's cumin. It's great for digestion. So I like it with this combination. It might not be what you may enjoy, but I just love eggs with cumin. And I would add like a good maybe teaspoon to this, just because I love it so much. And if you want a bit of a kick, you can add some chili flakes. Those are great. Now, all you need to do with this is just mash it up. And the next day, so obviously with avocados, they might brown a bit. What you can do is put a bit of lime or lemon within that, and you can have that on toast. It's a great breakfast. It's a great, easy, quick lunch. And what I like to do with that is I like to top it. So I would have the toast, I would put this on the toast, and then I would just top it with some sauerkraut. So with sauerkraut, when you're buying sauerkraut, just make sure that it's always the real sauerkraut, which would only have, like, it wouldn't have any vinegar, or anything. So it would just have the cabbage, the water, and the salt. Or it would have like different, if it's other ingredients other than cabbage, then it would have that. So that on toast is just amazing. So for breakfast number 4, we have smoothies, and I couldn't make a smoothie right now because I'm not going to drink a smoothie, but smoothies are just perfect 5-minute idea that you can have for breakfast. And the easiest thing is to have everything pre-frozen the night before. So you would have your bananas, you can add, so you'd have this pack, for example, you would add bananas, you can add spinach or any greens that you want to add. And on the day of, just put that along with some nut milk, some nut butter, flax seeds, chia seeds, topped with hemp seeds is perfect for extra protein. And if you're working out, you can also add in a scoop of protein powder. If you're not adding protein powder, the best sweetener I find for smoothies are dates. So you may need like about 2 to 4 dates, depending on the sweetness that you like. And for me, I love the base of the smoothies as bananas. I love avocados as much as I love them on toast. I don't like them in smoothies, so I don't like them as a base, but that could be another option for a base if you are a fan of avocados. And the 5th easy breakfast in no time is a yogurt. And you'd want to have about a cup 3/4 to a cup of yogurt, along with some nuts, seeds. You can have some granola. I can post a recipe for homemade granola below that you can use, and just top it with some fruits. And that's your 5 easy breakfasts that are ready in less than 5 minutes, whether you decide to do them the night before or you decide to have something like a yogurt or a smoothie in the morning. So hope you found this helpful, guys. If you have any questions or any comments at all, just let us know below. And if you're looking for any other breakfast ideas or any other recipes, or you need help, just feel free to let us know. Have an awesome evening, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.